Hello everyone and welcome to CFC Fan TV. I'm back in the pub where we normally film, as I like to call it, mine and Sammy's little studio. If you like these videos, of course, please subscribe. Just before I get into this video, I'd just like to touch on some of the comments you've been making, or some people have been making, not necessarily you guys in general. People saying the channel is, finished, and that, saying awful things about me, and I don't listen to it because it really doesn't affect my day. But I obviously do see some of the things you write sometimes, because I like to respond to comments and just interact with you guys on a daily basis. I really don't know where the hate is coming from, guys. We've all got our own opinions. Me and Rory may be sorry out. You guys might be sorry in, but that's the whole point of having a YouTube channel, so that we can debate it. Me and Ben debated it a couple of weeks ago. We had Ben on saying that he was sorry in and I was sorry out, and there really is no need for all this hatred, I don't know where it's come from. We work extremely hard on this channel. I don't know where the whole concept of putting out lazy videos comes from, because that's completely false. There's many YouTubers, many Chelsea forums that do channels just from their bedroom. We go out, we have a studio, we have a location to shoot in, and sometimes we do videos from home, depending on when the news comes out. So I don't know why there's all this hate. I can assure you, money-wise, we don't benefit from it as much as you lot think we do. Of course, it's a job, so there are some payments made, but apart from that, the majority of it comes out of love for the club, and I wouldn't be doing it. And I wouldn't be spending this much time and effort and making, videos like this that actually, take hours to do. Luckily, we have our lovely Sammy now to edit some of the videos for us. But there are many times when I have to hop on and edit some videos too, especially when I started this up. I probably worked for free for 6 months. So, less of the hatred, guys. If you don't want to watch the videos, don't watch them. Other than that, for the fans that do want to watch, and do not listen to people that simply just bully us on social media, especially me, for no apparent reason whatsoever, when all I do is try very hard to make good videos for you guys. I just think it's really unnecessary, very nasty, and I don't want to be a part of it. I really don't slate anybody on social media. Very rarely. I do anyway. And I think a lot of you read the nasty comments that you read about me and then suddenly just believe it and decide, oh, that because of my image, because of how I am, because I'm a female, that you can say nasty things. It's just not appropriate. Anyway, back to the more happy news, because I love doing these videos, and they're going to continue for the foreseeable future. I thought I'd do a video on our transfer ban. We now have a hearing. I think it's April 11th, and that is basically appealing the ban. I think we were charged on 29 counts of dealing with overseas players that are under the age of 18, for those of you who don't know, and dealing with that improperly or whatever. And Chelsea have always denied that they've done any wrongdoing, and they want to have that appeal heard of and reconsidered, and I'm all for it. Obviously, we don't know the ins and outs of what goes on at the club, because we don't work for the club. But I think there's been far worse dealings with players. If you even look at Man City's spend, they must be on the verge of something there. So I would like to think that this appeal goes ahead and it materialises into something good for us, because I really think that having a transfer ban for a season would be incredibly bad for us. It would be really impossible. Well, it wouldn't be impossible, but it would be make our climb for the top 4 next season very difficult. And of course, you just need to improve your team every single season, and especially in the summer. That's when you want to get your good deals in. And I think, for those of you who don't know, Pulisic, we've obviously signed him for around 58 million. He's had 2 injuries. He scored the winner against in America, but then he went off with, I think it's a thigh injury, but I think he'd already had some sort of problem with the muscle in his leg. And I think Chelsea are obviously becoming increasingly worried about that, because that's 2 injuries now within the space of a month. And the last thing they want to happen is for him to come to Chelsea in the summer. Don't forget, we've got pre-season. We're already... April, May, we've only got a couple months left of the season, if that. And then they'll have a few weeks off, and then he'll come into pre-season training. So we really want to make sure that he's fit, and that's obviously a worry for us, because if this hearing doesn't go well and they don't reverse the ban, then, or at least delay it, then of course we've got a slight problem there. He is currently the only player that we've got coming in. I think we can still sign loan players, obviously, in the summer, bring them back. But obviously that's not really the main choice, is it? And as we know for Chelsea, I think it would be great personally, to have some of the youngsters come back, or to have some of the players that I think deserve a chance in the first team, because we're going to have to improve in some way. And we do have a lot of players that have done well on loan this season, so it would be good to bring them back. But having said that, I still think you always need the option to improve a team. I mean, if you think the likes of Man City and Liverpool have most fantastic players, but they're still going to want to improve their team. And the fact that they've got the money to do so, and they can afford to buy players that maybe we can't, or maybe they'll make higher bids for players that maybe we, wouldn't normally be offering that some money for. That is a bit scary. And whether you're Sarri in or Sarri out, it doesn't matter who the manager is. You always need reinforcements. And I'm pretty sure even if Sarri does stay, although I think it's highly unlikely, he's going to want to make improvements to his team, of course, because he's going to see how things have gone this season. He's obviously going to want to improve to a certain extent. Let me know your thoughts about it. Do comment below. For me, the main worry at the moment will be Pulisic and making sure that he's 100% fit, because when you have two injuries in the space of a month, that generally means that your body just can't hack it, and unless you have sort of a long period to recover, I think generally you start to just get you pick up injuries a lot quicker, a lot more often. They come more frequently, and that's not what we need, especially him being our only signing so far. Let's hope that the hearing goes well. We at least need a delay. We want to be able to get as many players in the summer as possible, like I said, to improve the team all round. And if Hazard does leave, then of course we're going to need some reinforcements there. I really do, I really would start to worry if this is actually going to go ahead. I hope Chelsea can come to some sort of agreement with them. Again, I'm a bit, I don't know what the word is. I'm not optimistic, but the fact that we have a hearing, I think, is just anything at this point is good. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. And also, guys, comment below and let me know what loan players you would want to bring back, or potential players that you would want to bring in the summer if the ban is lifted, or, they come to some sort of delay, whatever it may be. Because I'm sure you guys have a few players in mind. I guess our striker situation still hasn't been resolved, has it? So, we've tried to bring in Higuain, we've tried to bring in, we've tried to give Giroud a bit of a run in lately, but he's still not going to be enough to take us through to next season, I think. We're always going to need some sort of link up or backup or whatever you want to call it. But I don't want you to comment below and say players based on, players you really want. Give the realistic options as well. Because even when we were talking about Zidane coming as manager, that wasn't really, to me, a realistic option. Obviously he's now gone back to Real Madrid, but you just don't know, do you? So comment below, let me know your thoughts on this. I did think it would be good to do a video on it, because it is sort of news that's going on at the moment, and it's important to the next 6 months and the next season. And of course next season is going to be really, really difficult, I think, and it's going to just be vital that we just try to exhaust every option possible before that ban is set in stone and final. I'd love to think that they can resolve something soon. So please, as I said, comment below, please subscribe, and yeah, do take note of what I said at the start of the video. If you don't want to watch, you don't have to watch, but I think the videos we put out are great, and it's important for us to have everybody's opinion on it. It's not just the opinion of people that think that their way is right. It's everyone to have their discussion. So yeah, comment below, let me know, and I'm going to have a few collaborations on soon. I think Expression's going to come on soon. He's going to be back as we're all in the race for the top four. Because I think Tottenham fans is getting slightly worried, as well as Arsenal, really. So yeah, comment below, let me know, and love you lots.